Okay, hi everyone. Hopefully this is working, and hopefully our first live stream is working on our Spotlight series. We're here with Maria Clara, who is going to be presenting on the future of medicine today. So Maria is joining us from Brazil. She's participating on the future of medicine pathway at School of Humanities Summer School, and she's done some really amazing work around artificial blood production, and she's just been really passionate about this space. So Maria, welcome. I know we're going to have a conversation shortly, and we're going to take questions from the audience, but first I wanted to hand over the floor to you to really just present your project to us and talk us through what you've worked on.
Okay, hi guys, how are you? So, my name is Maria Clara. I'm 17 years old and I'm from Brazil. And I started my journey with School of Humanity 5 weeks ago. And I will show you my project and I hope you like it. Okay, I'm sharing my screen right now. It's working?
Yep, we can see your screen.
Okay. So, 1 second. Right. We'll talk about the lack of blood donation and my solution for it. The lack of blood donation occurs in most countries and every day affects people who need transfusions for treatments like anemia, bleeding, genetic diseases, cancer, and others, of course. And more than 90 million blood transfusions are carried every year in the world, and 1,019 of the 1,095 countries don't have enough donation to meet their demand. The demand, how we can see here, it's really big, and countries don't have donation to meet their demand. And the recommendation for blood donation is 3% to 5% for each country, while in Brazil, that is my country, it's less than 2%. The lack of blood donation directly affects people who need it for treatments, and in case of bleeding, can even cause the death of the patient. And the transfusions, we have some risks, of course, not occur all the time, but can occur. You can contract some virus, and you may get the wrong blood type. And when this occurs, a hemolytic reaction can occur, where the red blood cells in the blood was donated are destroyed. And with this, you can have symptoms like fever, chest or abdominal pain, nausea, vomiting, and tremors. Here I have some reasons for lack of blood donation. Fear of the pain, of course. Donation blood can be a little uncomfortable. And some religions do not approve of donation and transfusion. If you are having viruses that are transmissible through blood, you can't donate blood. And lack of knowledge. If you don't know the importance of something, why will you contribute with it, With a bag of blood, we can save up to 4 lives, but with the blood revolution, we can save everyone in need. The blood revolution research proposal for the creation of artificial blood from induced pluripotent cells. And my journey to create this, I had to do a lot of research. I had to understand concepts, processes, and reading articles. And the phase of analysis, I had to understand each process for itself and compare to find decisive factors who collaborate to my creation. So the blood revolution by steps. First, I have to choose the better cell for do it. And I choose the induced pluripotent stem cells. With the cells, we would not have to deal with bioethical problems. But it's like a fake cell. We are, and for create this, a virus is inserted into a human cell, and you can use like skin cell, inserting four proteins into the nucleus, returning the cell to its embryonic state. After have the cell, we will put in vitro to occur the differentiation. And it's occurred from the less specific cell for the more specific one. So we start with a pluripotent cell and we go to a blood cell. And this blood cell, it's a primitive one, and we will place it in a feeder layer based on a cocktail of cytokines. And this cytokines is a big difference because the cytokine is a crucial protein for controlling the growth and maturation of the cell. So at the beginning of this, we have a primitive blood cell, and the end of a complete maturation blood cell. And how can artificial blood change the world? We would not longer depend on donations, always meet the required demand. We will have safe transfusions, and the scientific and biotechnological advancements, stem cell manipulation, open doors to creation of various tissues, like cardiac tissue and nervous tissue. Soon the article will be available if you want to know about this with more depth. Find my portfolio on Notion and connect with me on LinkedIn. And I like it.
Amazing. Thank you, Maria, for giving us that overview on that amazing project. It sounds so futuristic, and I can't believe you're working on that right now. And can you tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit more about what inspired this love for medicine and kind of what made you want to do something like this?
Of course, I always wanted to be a doctor, and the idea of being able to care people, like it's amazing for me. And I don't know, I was born with it. And actually, I finished my high school last year, and the next year I plan to start my college, and I plan to major in medicine. But when I started in Gear Up Rosalind Franklin, it's like a club on Instagram. We talked about a lot of scientists and a lot of STEM. I started to imagine, oh my God, I want to be like this woman. And I don't know, this area of researching is wonderful. And I hope that I can do it in the future.
That sounds amazing. And what you've spent the last 6 weeks at the summer school learning about the future of medicine and the impact of technology on medicine. I'm curious, for people who are watching this who are passionate about the field, what can you tell us about like some of the trends that are shaping the future of medicine? How is technology impacting the space? But yeah, anything you can share on that front.
Yes, in the future of medicine, we can find a lot of technology in everything, like artificial intelligence in surgeries, robots making surgeries, and oh my God, it's really a lot of things. We will have like personalized medicine for each person with artificial intelligence. So it's amazing.
Can you tell me more about personalized medicine? How does that work?
Yes, of course. When we have artificial intelligence, and this artificial intelligence will understand this, we understand the whole people, will be the access of your history medical. And with this, we can have more easy treatments in a short time.
Amazing. And what were, you talked about your project and the steps that you took towards it. Could you tell us a little bit more about that? Like, why did you decide to work on this, and kind of what were some of the challenges you overcame in that process, and how did you overcome them?
Okay, even before I start my journey in School of Humanity, I already knew that I wanted to work with this. When I watched a class about embryonic stage or something like that. The professor told something about stem cells, and I started to think about their power, and I started to like connecting in my mind the power of stem cells and the lack of blood donation, and wow, I have something. And when I enter in this journey, I knew that I want to put it in practice. And of course, was so difficult. But my mentor Paul helped me a lot. I read a lot of articles, and was really difficult, but I think I get it.
And what advice do you have for other young minds who are interested in medicine and want to start developing their portfolio around it?
Okay, if you really like medicine, go for it. Just go. Do whatever it takes to follow your passion, to follow your dreams, and I hope you get it.
Amazing. And many young people feel like they're when people think of extracurriculars around medicine, they think I need to shadow a doctor, and that's the only way I can get any real experience in the field. Let's say I'm trying to get some experience, I want to get some extracurriculars around the future of medicine. What would you recommend to me?
Okay. Of course, School of Humanity is one possibility for you, but you can try to find something like microbiology, something in nanotechnology. Nanotechnology is will be in the future of medicine, is one of the trends, and you can try to know more areas of the medicine and try to find something in this, you know.
And what are some of your aspirations for the future with your program?
I really hope that in the future I can put this idea in practice in college, or maybe in my first job or something like that.
Awesome. And so I would love to, as we start to wrap up, I would love to learn a bit more about your experience at School of Humanity, kind of, how what was the support that you received with the project specifically from an idea towards it becoming a reality.
Yes, in future of medicine it's been amazing, much better than I imagined. And oh my god, we learn something new every day. And this in this thing we learn every day, we will use a lot in the future, like networking, how to do portfolios, um, how can we create presentation slides, how we can do everything. And we have, of course, flourishing mind, flourishing. I love this class. What else I can say to you? The mentors that I have helped me a lot. Aisha helped me with my article. Paul helped me with the biological side. Raya always is accepting for help, and it's amazing. I made a lot of friends around the world, and this is amazing. Like, I speak Portuguese, so English can be a really hard challenge for me, but in future of medicine we can practice it. We can learn more things in English, we can talk in English with people around the world, and this is amazing.
For sure. I think it's one of the number one things we hear. I think it's sometimes surprising for learners. They don't expect to come in with the idea that, oh, I'm here to make friends from around the world, but they leave with that being a huge highlight of their experience. Applications are currently open for Ascend, our after school program. The program starts later in October. And there are learners that are applying at the moment from all around the world. Some of them might be watching this. What advice do you have for interested candidates in how they can be successful in their application process?
You have to know that you must have time for do your activities and potion prep sessions, but in the interview you have to be yourself. You have to show who you are, who you want to, what you want to learn, and I hope you can do it. Talk about what you want to learn. This is an important thing. I talked about this in my interview.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you. I know we have a few comments in the chat. Mohtasham, who's another School of Humanity learner, says this is amazing. Great work, Maria. And I couldn't agree more with him. I do have a kind of like one last question for you, Maria, is what now? What are you going to do now? What are your future plans as you graduate from the program?
I focus on studying for an important test. This test in Brazil we call vestibular, and this opened the doors for a lot of universities. So I am focused on inter-university and possibility in the future, but my idea in work the idea, work with this, but in practicing.
Wonderful. Amazing, amazing. And so, for anyone watching this who is inspired, we are actually doing a showcase event with all of our learners from the summer school. And so, watch out on our social media channels for the registration and posts on that front. But otherwise, thank you so much, Maria, for taking the time to share your amazing project on artificial blood production and the research that you've done on that front. It's been amazing listening to you, and we can't wait to see what you do in this world.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It's really amazing can share my ideas and I'm passionate about it. So it's amazing for me can tell you about it.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And thank you for everyone who is listening.